Welcome, everybody. Um, Glad you're here. Obviously, we're very, very excited about a lot of things. Excited about being in the Big Ten, the top conference, most competitive conference in the country. Has the best attendance record in the country for the last 50 some odd years. We're ready for the challenge. I'm excited about my staff. I have a great, great staff. It took a couple of months in the spring and some in the summer to really get it where I want it to be. And we got our staff together just in time to go out for the recruiting July evaluation period. But I'm really happy about my staff and excited about working with them. And obviously I'm excited about the team. We're a young team. This time last year, we only had Miles Mack as a double-digit scorer coming into the season. And this year, we have obviously Kadeem scoring almost at 15 points and 7 rebounds a game. But at the same time, going into last year, we said, Miles is our best player. He was the only guy in double digits. He had proven himself. And this year, we could level the playing field a little bit. We have, 4 or 5 guys who can play right there at the same level. And obviously experience is going to play a part in that. But we like, obviously, Kadeem's development. We love Junior Itu's development. And we've got some young guys, some new guys, and Bishop Daniels, who is as athletic of a guard that I've seen here at both ends of the floor. And our 2 freshmen, DJ Foreman and Mike Williams, have shown in our 14 practices that they belong on this level. And I'm excited about their additions. And Shaquille Dorson's size helps us a great deal. Just the fact that he's improving every day. Our coaches do a wonderful job with our young guys. And he's going to get it. He's going to have a real good chance of being a real good player in this league. So I feel good about our competitive nature, our defensive mindset, and the fact that they have all bought in to what we want as a staff. And that means a great deal this time of year. So I'm excited about staff, obviously the Big Ten, our team. Look, we have a challenging non-conference schedule too. Van Macon didn't do me any justice. I don't get it, Van. Van is our assistant coach that schedules us, but we play in the Garden, play Manhattan in the Garden. That's great. We play in the Barclays Classic. We play Vanderbilt first, and hopefully the winner of Virginia and LaSalle. So that's possibly Vanderbilt and Virginia. And then the Big Ten did us a great favor and got us at Clemson that next Monday after a Friday and Saturday in New York. So Seton Hall at Seton Hall. And, those are just some highlights. And I'm not overlooking all the other teams we have in the non-conference. So it is a challenging non-conference schedule. And we must do a better job than we did last year and playing at a better success rate in the non-conference. Only one other complaint. I wish they would have shopped my picture a little bit better, clear that bald spot up there, Kevin. We didn't do me a favor there. But other than that, that's how we feel about things, and I'm good. I am really, really happy about where we are. I like my team. I like my staff, and it's a great challenge for us, non-conference and obviously the Big Ten. We'll take questions.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, Jerry.
You have half this team is brand new. So in the couple months you've had them, how has that part come along, the chemistry and the new guys figuring out what they have to do?
We see a lot of improvement. Our freshmen are playing well. Again, Shaquille Dorson, Mike Williams, DJ Foreman are playing very well. They're competing with the older guys. Bishop is new, but he's experienced. He's been around the block a few times. But I just like the way that we are all bought into what we want to do as a team. Defensive mindset, sharing the basketball, playing at a good pace, competing at the glass. I mean, every practice we are at the rim. We're competing at the rim. And what does that mean? Our guys are, we're a little bit bigger than last year. We're physical, we're athletic than last year. And so playing at the rim and in the paint, it means a lot going into the conference.
Eddie, I guess just for you now in your second year, what are the biggest differences and the biggest improvements that you think you can make?
On the basketball floor? Just they understand the system. Our guys from last year understand the system. This time last year it was all new, defense and offense. It was all new. So we knew the process would mean understanding what we wanted to do as a system. It's going to take time. I would think the last 5 weeks of the season last year, 6 weeks, we were a whole lot better than the beginning of the season. And going into the non-conference last year, even those teams were in a system, and they knew how to play, and we were just disjointed only because we were new. And we don't have that so much now. Even with the young guys, that's what the system, that's what having a program, building a program means, that the guys from last year helps the new guys. And that makes your development faster. So, again, going to this year, I just feel good about where we are heading as a team, our leadership, and the fact that we're all on the same page trying to be successful. How you doing?
You talked about a really competitive non-conference schedule as well as obviously very competitive Big Ten schedule. What are your expectations for this year? What to you would be a successful season other than the obvious of finding negative?
Well, look, I'm not going to predict. Obviously, I don't predict wins and losses. I just want us to get better every day. I know it's a cliche and it's boring to you guys, but I like the fact that every day our staff and our team concentrates on getting better, not 2 steps back, 1 step forward, that we get better and better every day. And that we have a consistent approach to every game, that we want to defend first, and we want to share the ball and take great shots. I know it's boring, I know it's cliche, but that's where I am.
Coach, you've made the transformation going from a league, the All-American Conference, to the Big Ten. What have you done as a coach to make that transition over the summertime, looking at some things, how the Big Ten is constructed, how your team would fit in, and how you want to play the game?
We had to get better. We wanted to get better talent-wise, and talent is always first. And so we have our recruiting process, and our recruiting philosophy is talent, obviously, is always first in sports. Talented, dedicated kids who want to be good students and good athletes. And that's our mantra as a program, as a staff. We want kids to come in here and have pride in their university, be dedicated at being a good student, being a good basketball player, and that's what we've done. And from last year to this year, we have gotten bigger. We're more athletic. We have more talent. Now we're younger, and we're still a new team, but that's the improvement that we wanted to get, and that's the improvement that we've had as far as personnel and getting players that we want to get. Now we have more to go. We have a long way to go to be consistent at the highest level, but it's a good start.
Eddie, you mentioned recruiting. How has this year's new staff kind of been received on the recruiting trail, whether it was in July for the eval period or any other time since then?
Well, all of them are well known. Michael Corrin's All-American at Carolina, 2 years, and worked with me in the NBA for the last 12, 15 years. Greg Vatrone's been a head coach at the NCAA level. He's a Jersey guy. He's known nationally. Van Macon is a big presence in New York, which is very crucial to our recruiting. And not just New York, but other places. But we have a nationally known staff, NBA experience, and the fact that they just work their butts off. And they're good guys, so they relate, they communicate. Kids love them, coaches love them, parents love them, and it's a great staff. I'm really happy about them.
It is to try and merge a lot of the new guys in here. Where does this team's strengths lie right now?
Kadeem Jack, first. He's proven to be, he's knocking at the door of being a well nationally known impact player. He's knocking at the door. He's got great length. He finishes at the rim. He's improved his 8 to 12-foot jump shot, and he'll say, "Coach, I got my 3 down too." And he's made some threes for us in practice. But I think that's where it starts. Again, we've got good size, and Greg Lewis has done a tremendous job in practice. He's been the most consistent player in practice. And, not to say he's the impact player like Kadeem, but he's been the most consistent player playing at the center spot, developed his game to step out and make some shots on the perimeter. And obviously Miles has a great impact on the game defensively, as well as making threes for us, which we need. But again, our talent level is better. Mike Williams is finally, the lid came off the basket after 10 practices. So the last week he's been really knocking the shots down. And again, that's part of being young. DJ Foreman finds his way to the basket. He's 6'8", and he's got a wingspan of almost a 7-footer. So his length, his athleticism, his ability to get to the glass is a great dimension for us. So those are guys that step out, that stand out in my mind. I said before, Junior Etu is 6'6", knocks down threes, improved his mid-range jump shot. He's always been a defender and rebounder, always. And he is just a stud defensively for us. So we've got a good 6-7 man depth chart right now that could play on a nightly basis in the Big Ten. Malik Kone is a senior for us. He's steady defensively. He's knocked down some shots. He's worked on his game. So we'll go pretty deep at 7, and that I trust guys who can do it, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Yes.
Eddie, is 7 enough maybe in the Big Ten with the physical play and stuff like that, or do you need to get that?
You're going to have support players after your 7. You may have 8 and 9. I mean, I've been around basketball long enough. Can you get 10 guys? If you had 10 great players, that'd be fine. But usually when it comes down to getting things done late in the season, you're going to rely on 7 to 8 guys. I remember playing for the Lakers. I was 9 and 10. We won a championship, so I didn't need a whole lot to that team, but I was there. Anything else? What are you laughing at, Paul? Why you laugh at that? Yes. We lead by example. Miles does a good job of just sticking his nose in there and taking a hit. He gets banged around in practice and just keeps coming at you. So Kadeem leads by being verbal and vocal on the court and having he's always have a great attitude in practice, always. He's never down. And Greg Lewis does it by example. But Bishop Daniels has the most natural leadership skills. And at the point guard or as a lead guard, that helps you a lot. And he does it at both ends. And leadership doesn't really start on the offensive end. It starts at the defensive end. If you're a terrific defensive player and you put your heart and soul into it and you're a good leader, everybody else follows and you're a better team. I also want to mention that our staff goes beyond our 4 coaches. We have David Kennard is new to us. Corky McMullen has gone to another position for us. Dilip Patir does everything for us, and Brad Wachtel does everything for us. So we have a great support staff outside of our coaches. I mean, they do a wonderful job, and those are the type of guys you need. They work in the trenches. Nobody knows them so much except for when they go out at night in their respective party spots. But for the most part, they're unseen.
Sorry, Coach, I know you want to get to that taco bar, but you were just talking about defense, and you're talking a lot about defense today. Insofar as you're seeing especially the Big Ten schedule, do you feel like defense is kind of the key to Rutgers' success on the court?
Your team shows you how to play. What are our strengths? We're athletic. We have good speed. We have good quickness. I want to use that too. I don't want to just come down and play half court every possession. We know defensively you have to be sound. We're going to play against talented players and teams and schools that have systems down already. Bo Ryan School and every coach in the Big Ten has been there for a while, so their system is down. And we've got to be disruptive. We've got to disrupt their system on their offensive end. But I still want to use our speed and our quickness. And can we be a little bit different than normal Big Ten team? I would like to be. I would like to be quick and use speed and have a up-tempo pace. You know, every coach likes to say that at media day, but your team shows you how to play. But again, I like our size. I think, again, we fought in the paint all practice, all our 14 practices. We've been physical in the paint, so we need that presence. And yet, let's see if we can get some speed and change the game a little bit in the league. Okay? All right, thanks.